Tug Greenby here. There was recently a change in YouTube policies on involving streaming from mobile devices directly. If you're under 1,000 subscribers, you're SOL. There are ways around that. Some are better than others. Ting Ting at County Line Forge kind of gets into, or at least what he suspects, is why server overload makes sense, plausible. There are other rumors going around. I'm not going to feed the rumor mill, just there are other rumors around. So what I'm going to do is something of a tutorial. And forgive me, this is kind of a hack job. I'm just getting used to OBS. So, in fact, let me kind of give you a rundown of what my setup is, and then I'll walk through how I go about it. So, first of all, this right here is typically my camera. I'm currently using the onboard webcam and audio to record this. So, just letting this charge for now. And my ever wonderful, ever so cheap lavalier mic. Transmitter. And I pipe all of that through OBS. Now, to keep from that as much of the nauseation as I can, I'm going to cover up most of it. So, here I have video capture device, which I can change and here is, this brings me to one of the things, what makes this work, is there's an application called DroidCam. This is for Android users. This right here is where it comes from. You do have to have both the phone app as well as the client on Windows. So let me show you what it looks like on Windows. Pretty simple. You do have to have both devices on the same Wi-Fi, or you can connect over USB, but I go over Wi-Fi just to make my life a lot easier. Now, when powering up DroidCam, this is what I get, and it does provide the Wi-Fi IP and port, and that's what you plug into here. And then you just hit start, bink, as you get a great shot of my hand, house, and that is all for that. So, with using DroidCam, I can go into video capture device, come down to device here, and select it as my video source, in which case you would have seen where the webcam is, what my phone is showing. I'm not going to do that though. And for audio input, this is where, if I had my lavalier mic plugged in, this is where I would go to set it as my audio input. And of course, right now, I've also got display capture so that you can see what it is that I am doing. Over here, you've got your mixer, the scenes for what I do. Generally not that important. Scene transition, same thing, not particularly important. Over here, though, here's the gold. I'm recording right now, but there's also streaming. Now, if I go up to File, Settings, File, Settings, this will do. In Stream, I can go to YouTube Gaming, put in my server, and put in my stream key. Well, what is a stream key? Well, when you go to your channel dashboard, other features, live stream now, will take you to a page that looks amazingly like this. When you scroll down, look, encoder, under encoder setup, you got your server URL and your stream key. Just click on reveal, highlight, copy, paste, and plug it into that spot on in here. Now you'll notice I'm not actively doing any of this for a good reason. I'm already set up. One of the nice things about OBS is you can record with it, obviously. You can adjust where it's recording to, which I do here. This just makes my life a lot easier. In fact, most of it's pretty well default. No, not going to save on the fly. That's pretty much it. But this does allow a lot of us who do use streaming from mobile devices. Technically I do, but I'm on a laptop. It's out with me. A lot of you who come to my live streams have seen at least part of my setup. Yeah. On a lappy. So that's how I get around it, even though I'm not even at 100 subs yet. But I'm hoping, and I am aware that laptops not necessarily the most feasible. If you've already got one, excellent. If you don't, I don't know if a Chromebook would count. I honestly don't know. Maybe. Doubt it. Um, that's only because I know a little bit about Chromebooks. Very little. Um, but if you've got one, I would definitely recommend this kind of setup. Because this on a tripod is a lot easier to maneuver than a laptop, because you can get that a lot closer on a tripod than trying to get a laptop in close to the anvil. Plus, you're going to risk ruining your computer. Not that great, but yeah, if you've got a spare, old phone, do it. Why not? I would recommend going with an old phone if you can. That way, if it does take a hit, you're not out your primary communication device. Let me know if you found this at all helpful. I know this isn't going to help a lot, unfortunately, but I do hope that at least helps some. Maybe take an approach that hasn't been considered. And the main reason why I went with this setup is literally because of this. Because of my mic. It doesn't really work. Without an encoder, which is what OBS is, can't really use an external mic with a cell phone. It doesn't work. And I was tired of shouting at my phone. So, anyway, I hope you find this helpful. If you do, let me know in the description. If not, let me know in the description. Please just make it more than, hey, great job, or you suck. I would like more meaningful feedback. Anyway, have a good one.